Hi everyone, how are we all doing? A slide deck, why do more people to join in? Alright. Okay, how is everyone doing? Um, we are going to talk about AI in Unity Game Engine. But before we do that, I have a couple of things planned. I'll give you an introduction, I'll talk a bit about it, and I'd also like to know your opinion on the same technology. Just a heads up in the chat, I want to see a hi from everyone. And also, are you new to the tech stack or have you built in Unity before? Okay, so hi everyone, I am Deekshita Verma. I am an Emirates coach for the APAC region. I am a final year undergraduate student at Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. I'm an ARVR developer and freelancer. I've been in the space for over 3 years and I love building in Unity game engine. I love building ARVR applications. I mentored a lot of students, conducted a lot of sessions, and I'll be joining Google this summer as a full-time employee. So, before we go ahead with the entire session, uh, is anyone here familiar with Unity? This is going to be a very interactive session, and I'd love to chat with you all, talk to you all, and this will go on for 2 hours. So, we are going to sit together, discuss, and share our opinions on the same technology and actually figure out how to implement AI in the Unity game engine. Now, just a heads up, even I haven't started with AI in Unity yet. This is something I want to build with you all, I want to explore it. So, as you all know that I am in my final year of BTech, we are supposed to make a research project for a degree, and with that research project, what happened was our professors were so determined to have AI in our project, and I wanted to build in Unity. So I decided that we'll combine the two together. So this is us figuring out how to do that, and in the end we'll make an application which has artificial intelligence machine learning models involved in a game. So this stream will be divided into two parts. Today we'll read the documentation, we'll figure out how to install the SDK inside Unity, how to figure out what Unity is, and in the second part we'll probably do more extensive coding and actually build a game out of it. Okay. So I've built the slide deck very game specific because that's what we are doing. We are figuring out a Unity game engine. So what we'll do is, hi Ashmit, hi everyone. So what we're gonna do is today we'll read the documentation. We'll figure out what a Unity game engine is because some of you have no idea how to work on Unity. And once we're done with that, then we'll try to mix up an AI SDK inside Unity game engine. So now we'll go to our tab. Let me share another screen. All right. So I think you can view my window. Let me just check once. Yes. Okay. So, the SDK that we are going to use is MediaPipe. Now, MediaPipe is a Google SDK, and that's all I know about MediaPipe because we are going to read and figure it out together. So, MediaPipe is a Google SDK which has machine learning models available for you, and you can use these machine learning models within Android, within Unity. within probably every single thing possible. And they also have Google Colab files for you if you are a native machine learning developer. Hi Pratham, how are you doing? I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm really sorry if I pronounced it wrong. So, this is live machine learning anywhere, and these are some of the solutions for machine learning models in MediaPipe. You can have face detection, provide a face mesh. So, this can be actually used to create a filter or probably a face detection game. If I talk about this one, it's just, let's say we have a project where we want to see if a person crossed a particular path. Probably it's a restricted area, so you want to see if you can detect a face over there, or you can detect a familiar face over there, or probably run a face detection model for them, that is their face recognized to uh, someone or someone authorized to enter that area or not. We can do a lot of things. So I'll actually ask you to suggest me ideas on how we can use these particular solutions available in MediaPipe in our own project. So let's talk about Iris. Can anyone give me an example on how can we use Iris in a project? So you're detecting Iris using machine learning inside a Unity game engine. Biometrics, yes, that would be so cool. So if you want a game which has biometric locks, or probably some kind of escape room where you need their eye detection, that's where you can use Iris, and it would be a very cool game project which we can actually build in our second part of the stream. So um, there are a lot of things you can do. Hand detection. So let's say I want to display something on my hand. So whenever I put my hand over here like this, I hope you can see it. We have a fire animation playing over my hand, or you have your body pose. So basically, I'll give a brief of my major project idea that I'm working on. Basically, what we're doing is that for areas where trespassing isn't allowed, we want body detection. So if a pose is detected in in an area which is restricted or trespassing isn't allowed, there will be an alarm played on an IoT device. So we are combining machine learning, IoT, and augmented reality together and building a project out of it. So that's the major project idea that I have, and that is why I'm exploring this library today. So that is a very very cool idea. It's something other than a game, but it's being built on a game development engine. So Unity, even though it's a game engine, we can actually use it to build anything and everything possible. And that is why I think it's a very versatile option to work in. And it's easy also because it has a lot of interface. You don't have to write a lot of code, and that makes it very, very easier. So I started working in Unity in my first year, and that was the best thing because I did not have to code a lot. I did not know how to code back then. So I did not have to code a lot, but I was able to build very cool games, and everyone thought that, oh my god, she knows how to do a lot of things. But it was just me working with the interface and trying out different things. So I really really like Unity engine for that. Okay, so there are a lot of solutions which MediaPipe SDK is already providing us, and they've tick marked option that these are the things that we allow in Python, these are the things that we allow in JavaScript, these are the things that we allow in Coral, C++. So you have solutions for every single thing in different tech stacks, right? So when we get started, okay, these are all the publications and videos that they have for us. What I'll do is I have explored this a bit. So we will go to our Unity solution. So let's say I'm gonna go for post detection, right? So you have every single thing on how machine learning was used to detect your poses available over here. It will tell you the estimation. So let's say they are giving us values. So within those values, what do you assume? Is it a dance? Is it yoga, etc.? And they have provided their accuracies and everything. So I'm not someone who knows machine learning in that much detail. It's very easier for us because in case, see over here, so you have every single point available. Let's say I am using Unity and I am using pose detection, and what I want to do is that I want to display something on some specific points. So let's say 11 and 12 are the shoulders right over here. So on 11 and 12 I want to display an armor. So I can use Unity and I can use machine learning, and it basically looks like you are working on an augmented reality project, but it's just machine learning and Unity together. And when you're displaying something, then it, yeah, sure, I can provide you the link. So when you display something like this, it feels like you are working on a augmented reality project. So just alright. Here's the link to MediaPipe. Alright. So this is what you can do using MediaPipe, and it's a very amazing tool. So you can track body, you can also create segmentations, and this actually makes it a very cool augmented reality project at the same time. You have JavaScript solution API as well for them. So I am giving an example for how to make it work in Unity, but this particular pipeline can involve machine learning in every single technology possible, and that is why I think it's a very cool option to explore for everyone who wants to work in machine learning but do not have a clear idea of how to do so. You can directly use their API and involve their models in every single part of your project and build great things out of it. Right. So now we'll actually go to their GitHub. So they have their assets project. So whenever we talk about a Unity project, there's an assets folder in them. And within the assets folder, they've added a lot of things. So MediaPipe Unity, it has your editor, it has a lot of C sharp files over here. It has samples for you, and it also builds a tutorial for you. We can do two things. We can either, you know, directly clone this repository and figure it out in Unity, or we can use their plugin. So I'll actually go through the plugin part because anyone can easily clone an SDK and work with it, but it has a lot of extra things that we may not need. So what I'll do is I will go over here. Okay. So I'll just give a brief of the README. Now let me just see if we have any more comments. Sure, I'll share the GitHub link. This one is for your GitHub repo. And if we go to MediaPipe, let me go to home and just copy the link. And yeah, there we go. I hope that's cool. Let me know if you have any questions in between, or if I may go too fast. We are just going through everything together and we're figuring things out. Even I don't know how to work in MediaPipe yet. I've just read the documentation once. So we are, exploring things together for now. All right. So, if we go over here, to just mention it's a Unity plugin, and every Unity project provides you with their version link because Unity can be very, very painful when we talk about the version history. And if you download something on a lower version when it was built for a higher one, it will create a lot of issues and give you a lot of errors. So, it's just one thing to be careful of it. So they have a Hello World project for us. What we'll do is we will actually install this SDK and figure out how this Hello World works. And they also have your API overview getting started page. If you want to go very, very detailed inside the documentation, you can happily, read it. All right. So we'll go to the installation part. So right, this repository does not have your libraries. So in case you actually try to, clone this repo, you won't be able to make it work in Unity. But what we can do is we can directly download things from the release page. So I'll go to the release page over here. So they have this Unity package, right? This is the package that you need whenever you're working in Unity. You can install any repo through it or any extra library. So meanwhile that gets downloaded, they have version history over here. What I'll do is I'll just go back and we'll read the supported platforms. Okay, so they have everything can work in Unity editor over here. So basically in Unity you can deploy the projects and then you can work in editor. So a lot of things are built for the editor and you can make it work over there. But at times when you try to export it into a project, it may or may not work. They have for Linux what would work, for Mac what would work. There are a lot of things over here which we later figure out. And they have different sample apps which we're actually going to have fun with. So they have face detection, face mesh, and iris, hands, pose, holistic, selfie segmentation, and hair segmentation. I'm actually excited to work with the hair segmentation part because you can add a lot of hair colors over here, and I'm a big fashion and makeup fan. So this is something we can explore together. And then there's object detection. There's also motion tracking. So let's say you are playing a particular game where you ask everyone to stop together, and there's motion tracking going on. As soon as someone tries to move their hand or something, you detect it and you find which one lost the game. So this can be a fun video conferencing game with your friends. It can be done during the lockdown, or if you are staying away from your friends, that could be a fun thing. It could be something for long distance friends as well. And there's Objectron, so I think we skipped on the Objectron part. Let's read a bit about Objectrons as well. Okay, let's see what Objectron is. So there are different object tracking, so it can identify the size of the objects, of what they are, and this is Objectron actually. This is 3D object detection. So as you can see that it can detect what the camera is and it will create a boundary around it to identify its size. It could be a shoe, it could be a box. So I was working in a startup where we were figuring out how to track someone's feet and display a shoe over it. That's when we decided that we may go ahead with this particular SDK and we can actually track a shoe. So within that, using those points, we can actually superimpose a shoe on someone's feet and work with the client for fashion and AR together. So this could be another fun project that you can work on. So like you can see, you can detect chairs, you can detect shoes. It is obtaining real world 3D data. So if we are talking about yeah, I do have henna on my hands for now. So where to download the package? uh okay, I'll just share the link with you again. So over here, there is a release page. I'll just open the link and copy it here. All right. Okay. So we have the link over here. You can download the package from there. All right. So basically, you can also mention it something like computer vision. What you're doing is you're taking real world 3D data and you're annotating something over it. So this is where you combine machine learning, make it look like you're working in augmented reality, and display a lot of things with it. So this is synthetic data generation over here. So whenever you are spotting something, you're displaying, dots over it. These are the surfaces, so it's detecting different surfaces. This is your floor, this is your table, and within the surfaces, it is, showing something, some points to just make it look like yes, you can detect these things together. So they also have their pipeline on how do you detect your object and how you're showing your key points to creating a bounding box around it. Okay, so package installed. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you a brief walkthrough to Unity. So I will share my other screen. Okay, so let me just add it to the stream. This is what Unity Hub looks like. So Unity Hub is basically a management for all your Unity projects altogether. I by chance clicked on one of my projects and it's going to open it now. Anyways, so here are our installs. I have two Unity versions with me right now. I'm working on 2019 version because it's a more stable one for me and it works well on my device. My device is kind of old, so I can't afford a very heavy version for now. And then I also have 2021 version because some of our projects involved using higher version of Unity. As I said, Unity versions can be a lot of pain sometimes. So I installed the 2021 version as well. There are 2023 releases available. If I go for installing more editors, you can see these are the long-term support versions. There's 2022 version. If I go to pre-releases, there's also 2023 version available. But I'm not going to install another Unity editor for now. Uh, what we'll actually do is we'll start with a project, right? So we'll create a new project. Now it tells you which editor version you're building on. So I want to build on 2021 version because when we were going through the documentation, it said that the SDK that we're installing for MediaPipe can be used for 2021 plus. So we will name it MediaPipe Trial for now. Okay, this is where it goes. It's a 3D project and I'll just create it. Now this will make a Unity project for you and it may take a couple of moments to start. Okay, meanwhile, do we have any questions or are we confused about anything or am I going too fast or too slow? Or are you liking this technology if you've not explored it before? Just a break. Meanwhile, speaking for a long time. Right, it is very, it is a very cool technology to work on and it's very fun. I absolutely love working in this tech stack. Okay, about my AR journey ticket, we do have time because the Unity project takes a couple of moments to start. So I was in my first year of college and we were supposed to do a summer internship. Now, before the summer internship was even announced, I knew that I was free for the summer. So I joined this program which had 1 month of training and 1 month working on project, and that was in Unity itself. So I decided to hop on to the training. We worked over there. Within 1 month, I was able to build a project, an AR development project, which we actually released on Play Store, and it's still a game which is live over there. Sure, I can provide you the link for Unity Hub. So basically, through that, what happened was I left web development because I found uh, AR VR so cool. And by the end of that training plus project part, my mentor gave me a challenge that I want you to build 12 projects this year, one project every month. And if you don't, okay, someone has actually provided the link in the chat. Thank you so much, Ayush, for doing that. So, you know what, I'll just, share the link again for other people joining through YouTube. Okay. So what happened was I decided, okay, I'll make one project every month, and my mentor kept a check on me every single day. So every time I posted a new project, he said, "Did you add it to GitHub, or did you add a good README? Did you add a documentation?" And he used to check if I have assets in line. So basically, I built these projects over that year, and I decided to work in Spark AR. I decided to also figure out Unity, and I started working with different libraries altogether. And within no time, I wanted other people in my college to know how augmented reality works. So I started mentoring in AR VR in my college, and I ended up mentoring over 500 students. I built two courses for two different companies and conducted so many workshops. I love talking about the technology. You just give me a mic in my hand or make me sit on a stream and I can talk about the technology for a while. And that's how it happened. So basically, once I started, I did not stop. And also, one thing that I did was I uploaded every project on LinkedIn as well as GitHub. So I used to upload the project on GitHub, make it open source so that people can actually work on it. And also, I used to add a demo of the same project on my LinkedIn, describing how the project works and adding my GitHub repo over to it. So this actually brought me a lot of freelancing opportunities, and at the same time, people started recognizing my work a lot. And I don't know, it just happened in a couple of months that I made a lot of Unity projects. Sure, I can share my LinkedIn with you. Just give me a moment. So I basically formatted my laptop a couple of days ago, or not, a couple of months ago actually. I currently have two installed, so I just use the 2019 LTS because I love that one. And then I installed 2020. I was working on some version. I'm sorry, I'm just opening my LinkedIn alongside. So sure, I'll share all my socials with you all. I think my internet is working a little slow. The Unity project is still loading right now. This is my LinkedIn, and and this is my Twitter. Thanks, Ayush. Even I wanted to work on this since so long. Right, I think there's an internet lag right now. Let me see if I have too many things switched on. I'll just put some tabs off. I hope this should be better. I have almost removed 20 tabs. I had too much opened on. Um, nice. I hope we meet again. I had a lot of fun streaming at FS as well. Okay, so I will share my Unity screen and we'll walk through Unity for now. I can't find my Unity window. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me just add it to the stream. And yes, you'll be able to see my Unity screen now. So for those of you who are new to Unity, we'll just walk through it before we start working in it. Okay, so first of all, I just like it the layout to be 2 by 3. It's just something that I prefer, something that my mentor taught that he prefers. So I made it a habit for myself as well. This is how a basic Unity screen looks like. You have a main camera. I'll just focus on the camera. So this is basically going to show user their view. So what you see in this game window is what a user will see on their screen, and scene is something like a room. So basically I'm sitting in my room right now. So this entire room is your scene, and the game view is actually the view that you're seeing from my camera right now. You can only view this part of me, but I'm sitting in an entire scene right now. So that's the scene view and the game view. And currently my webcam for the laptop is the main camera of this particular Unity project. I hope that makes things clear. So these three windows are very, very important, because basically you're figuring out what the entire area would be like, what the user would see, and how they would see it. So the camera is actually just adjusting that part of it. Okay. So there's directional light. Now this light is basically what a natural light for you. Let's say if I remove the directional light, the scene would go something like this. So there will be no lighting whatsoever. So it's kind of like a sun inside the game. So this is making sure that there's daylight around over there. So that's your sample scene. Whenever you open a Unity game project and you open a scene, these are the two basic things that you'll see existing every time, and without the help of which the Unity game project won't work. Well, they would that would work, but it won't be semantically right. It's syntactically right. I just explained it in coding language. What we're going to do is we'll import the package that we installed. I don't know if you can see this particular screen, but I can. So I will just, let me see if you can view it. Yes, you can. Okay, so this is the MediaPipe Unity install. Basically, I installed it a couple of days ago, so I have two parts of these, but it's the same package. So I'll just open it and it will prepare the package. I'll just go back to my screen and see if anyone has any doubts. Sure, Pratham. I think you meant by the three windows of a Unity project. Uh, okay, so basically, yeah, I can't switch on my Unity screen. It's loading right now. But you can see the Unity screen, right? Okay, so there is one window. Let me just import it. Keep it aside. Okay, this is your scene window. This is your game window. And whenever you open a Unity project, you'll see two things which will always exist: main camera, directional light. Now, are not mandatory in a screen, so this won't be syntactically wrong if you remove it, but it would be semantically wrong. Why? Because if you don't have a main camera, or if you don't have a camera inside your Unity game project, then there won't be a view for the user. No matter what you've built inside the game, what you've built inside the project, a user will only be able to see a blank screen because you did not, have you do not add a camera to your particular scene view. And if we go to the directional light, this is acting like your daylight. This is acting like a sun for you. So if there's no lighting in the room, everything that you'll see, there won't be any lights, there won't be any shadows, it'll be all point black. Yes, if I remove the directional light, if I want something like a stage view, and I add a light like, spotlight, let me see. We'll have to adjust the camera view to make it visible. Okay, I can't it right now, but what I'm talking about is that there should be at least some light over there to make the view right, and directional light adds lights up the entire scene altogether. So I prefer directional light. Okay, so now we'll go over here, and this is the MediaPipe package. They have motion tracking, iris tracking. So if you're someone who wants to work on a very specific, tracking, you can deselect these options, and you won't have a face mesh inside your package or inside your project. But currently I need all of them because we're trying to explore everything together. So I'll import everything. Okay, let me go back to my screen. I hope all of it is clear by now. uh, the package is getting imported, so I can't open my Unity screen again. I'll just wait for a couple of moments. And I'll also drink water alongside because I know I talk a lot. Yeah, I think you'll have to, watch the recording after this because Unity takes a lot of time to install. And I think I have a little bit of network issues. Just let me know if you can't hear me at one point. Okay, so I know a lot of you are not able to, work with me alongside today. We're just exploring the editor and I'm just giving you a walkthrough. We're not building anything new today. So the second part of the stream will be when we actually build something. So I'm just installing the plugin and playing with it. Okay, so we have now this is an experimental package. So it is just giving you a warning that the package may not be able to export well, or sometimes may not work in every part of Unity or in every deployment of Unity. So Unity has a lot of uh, deployment possibilities, like you can give a web deploy, you can give an Android deploy, or probably an export is what I'm talking about for the Unity developer, or a build. So some of the packages may not work in every build possible, or may not be provided directly by Unity. So they just give you a warning that you're using an experimental package which is not provided by us. So we're just making sure that it's not a responsibility. So they have a lot of samples over here. Okay, I'll just give you a walkthrough of how do we do that. Okay, so this is the assets folder that every Unity project will have. Currently, I have two folders over here. There's a MediaPipe folder, which was installed when we imported the package, and then there's a scenes folder. I'll just go back to my screen. All right. So I'm just switching to my stream back to back so that I don't miss any of your doubts. Let me know if I do. I'll just come back quickly and talk to you over here. Okay, so this is the scenes folder. This was the sample scene which was there by default, and then this is the folder which was installed when we imported our MediaPipe package. So they have a tutorial over here, and this is Hello World. So we'll go to the Hello World scene. Okay, now we have Hello World, and then they have a script with us. So whenever we code for a Unity project, it's a C sharp script, right? So this is the C sharp script attached with it, and I'll just click over here. Okay, attention, this code is for the tutorial and it's broken as is, and they're giving you this over here. So this, they're just giving you an idea on how to. Oh, okay, probably they have a tutorial video with them, and that is why this they're giving you a broken code, and maybe you have to work along with it. Okay, and then there's an official solution. This official solution has a face mesh. Okay, so they have a main camera over here. They have a directional light. We've talked about these things already. There is something called as official solution. So what we see over here are called game objects. Basically, every object that you add in your scene is mentioned over here. So the game object official solution has a script attached to it, which is a face mesh script. So I'll just click on the script. There were a lot of code which we'll probably discuss later on. I don't want to bombard you with the code right now, but they basically have a script which is asked for a screen. So this white thing that you see over here is a screen attached with us. They have given us width and height and an FPS of what would happen. Now this is a canvas. So canvas is responsible to show you your UI. Every thing that you add in a UI in a Unity game or in a Unity project should be added inside your canvas, and it will be displayed all over. Even though it's a 3D game, the other things may or may not show, but your UI would stay as is. So let's say we have a game like Subway Surfers. So within Subway Surfers, if you want to see, your score, it stays there even though the player is moving across the train tracks, right? So that thing is added inside a canvas. Now your canvas has the screen which was used in our official solution. So, and then there's event system. Event system is a game object that we don't have to make changes in. What event system does is, for your canvas and your UI to be interactable, event system should exist inside your project. That's all you need to know about it. I hope that was clear and I did not give a lot of information at once. So, what we are going to do is I will just play this particular project. So, this is the official solution, and from what I think is it's going to show a face mesh across my face. So, this is the screen. Cannot pause screen control. Okay, there's an error over here. Let's see. Okay, it's asking for webcam. I think I'm using the webcam already, and that is what is creating a problem. What I'll do is I'll just stop my camera from over here, and I'll go back to my screen. Now I'll try to play again. Okay, no, the webcam is not an issue. The code is broken over here. So we'll go to some other demo and see if they work. Okay, we'll go to the samples and they have a lot of scenes, and there's a face mesh over here as well. So I'll just, play this screen for face mesh. I think since they are the tutorials, they may or may not work. It's waiting for the webcam to start. I'll just, switch off my webcam from here. Okay, I think StreamYard is creating a problem because it's not letting me switch my web camera on from here. Let us try another example. I tried post tracking before, so we'll go to post tracking. Okay, folks, we have a problem. I can't switch my web camera on because I'm streaming right now. Do we have any form of segmentation that does not require my camera? No, we need my camera for every AI project over here. Does anyone have any idea what we can do to avoid that? Alright, let's figure something out. What I'll do is I'll try to, remove myself from the stream and switch my camera off and try again. Right. Sorry about that. I'll try to present again and see if it works now. Nope, it's still waiting for our web camera texture to start. Okay, now that is a problem because you can't see the demo. And if you can't do that, you won't be able to, tell what is happening over here. Okay, let me try to find something. You know what? We'll just play songs in the background meanwhile we figure that out. Okay, it says fail to start webcam because our webcam is being used by StreamYard and I don't have an external webcam with me right now. I think next time I need to have two systems to do that. Your face is getting detected. What we can do is we can add someone from the stream who can actually detect it. Okay, so someone from YouTube just said that they can see the particle on their camera. But again, if you get added to the stream, there will be the same problem. Once StreamYard gets access of your face, it won't let Unity work with it. Okay, I'll just try to play it again, hoping that this time this works. Against this, webcam texture cannot start. I'm very disappointed with this part of it. Okay, so what we can do is let's just go to our pose detection. This is your body pose tracking. Open this part over here and let's just walk through with it. Alright, we'll try to figure out a way to, display ourselves. So I'll just, stop playing the audio. and go to the project. Alright, I hope you can see the project. I have added it on the screen over here. Yes. So within this project, there's the main camera, there's directional light, then there's main canvas. So they've decorated the canvas very well, and there's also this added screen. So basically, what you see over here is a part of your scene. It's a game object. It's like a room, right? The room has a lot of things available. It has a camera. It has an annotation area. So what I'm assuming with pose tracking is that when they detect your pose, they superimpose those images. Like we saw the 11 and 12 point of your shoulders for your face. They'll actually annotate everything over here, which was a very cool thing that we could have done if we were able to switch on our camera over here. And you know what? I have an idea. What if I join through my phone and talk from there and just show my screen on StreamYard? But again, it's detecting my face, which is creating a problem. I'm still trying to find a way where I can actually show you how cool this project is. But oh my god, okay. So over the solution, they have a lot of code over here, which we'll discuss when we work on it on our next stream when we are actually working on the code. For now, they have a camera over here, which is showing the view of the room, right? They have a plane and they have a wall for you, and there's the annotation area where they'll actually annotate your body poses. I'll just zoom in over here. So this is how they were going to annotate your pose tracking, and then there are different spotlights that just light up the room equally alongside. This could be a very cool project. And what we can do is we can use these samples and build things over it. I'm trying to just search in Google if I can do both of the things together, like give camera access to StreamYard as well as Unity. I think that's a generic problem that Unity and webcam don't work together with StreamYard, which was something I should have checked before because we won't be able to work on it without that. Alright, so these are the different things that they have available for us, but unless and until we are actually able to play it, we won't be able to see. And the code is not easily understandable as well. Just try to switch my camera off again. Uh, sure, I think I can do that. Are you talking about the main canvas? Yeah. Event system, main canvas, and solution. Okay, sorry. I did the main camera. Yeah, I mean that works, but I actually want to show the annotation of the project, right? So even though this works, but this has deleted the solution part of it. So there's nothing to explain about the actual game. Okay, let's figure something out together. You know what we can do is, for the time being, it's almost been an hour, so we can take a 5 minute break. Meanwhile, I try to figure out a solution for it, and while we do that, what you can do is that, since I provided the media pipe link to you all, there are a lot of ML solutions available. So why don't we figure something out and give an idea of how we can use one of those ML solutions to build something out of it? And it could be any project. It could be a fun game. It could be something as cool as a major project, object detection, or anything of that sort. So let's do that. We'll take a 5 minute break, and I'll figure out a way to make those two things work together. Meanwhile, that happens. So I'll just add a banner and go off for 5 minutes. Okay, hi everyone, I am back and I have figured out a way actually. So, what I'm going to do is I will try to join StreamYard via my phone and I will exit the StreamYard from here. Okay, so I just, try to join StreamYard via my phone. I'm not sure if this can happen, but if it does, I'll enter the studio over here and exit from my laptop and then show you how this works. Okay, so I am in the scene over here. Okay, let me just switch off my phone's voice. I am in the scene here via my phone. So what I'll do is I'll leave the stream from a laptop and no, I can't leave the stream from a laptop again because then you won't be able to see my screen. Yes, you can. I'll just switch my back camera and show it to you. So let me figure out a way to turn my back camera on. Okay, yes. Let me leave the stream from here. Okay, folks, I think you can see me. And let me try to leave this stream from here. Okay, yes, it's working. Uh, I hope we can, just figure it out for at least 5 minutes. Yes. So it's not that clear, but it's basically your post segmentation. And through that post segmentation, what it's happening is it's trying to place a green screen on my back. So this is the game view. This is what the scene view looks like, and this is your post tracker. So now what we'll do is we'll go to the face mesh. Okay, I'm so happy that I'm actually able to show you the demo now. Yes, it can detect my face and you can see every portion of my face using this. I hope I'm clearly audible and I'm very sorry for this kind of representation, but that's the only way I could show it to you. We'll figure a new way out before I do this in my next stream so that we can code alongside and this does not happen, but this is how the face mesh is getting detected. All right, that looks very, very cool. So that's how my face detection is happening. Okay, what we'll do is now we'll go for box tracking. So we're going to explore every single tracking via my phone and then we'll discuss it when I join back via my laptop. I hope you can see it and I hope it looks cool to you all. Let me know. So this is a person. Okay, you can see over here they're displaying what kind of box they've tracked and it says person right now. I hope I can zoom it enough. Okay. So this is currently a person. There's a donut TV bed, so which I have a very very colorful background, so this may not be that accurate, but it's detecting different objects and displaying their names. So the currently the digital background that I have, it shows it as donuts, and this is like a bed for it. So there are different things that it's trying to explore and trying to figure out what sort of object it is. So box tracking can be very very beneficial for you all. Let's go to face detection. Okay, it's loading up. I think we gave Unity a lot of love today. Do we have any comments till then? I hope you're able to see it. Okay, Unity crashed right now. Give me one moment. We will open Unity Hub again and we will open a project. So there's one more project that I have actually. This is the part where I'm doing the post tracking for my major project. So this is a model that will actually, copy my body annotation. So if I raise my hand over here, okay, okay. If I raise my hand over here, the body moves over here. If I lean back, the body leans back. If I go forward, the body goes forward. So this is how you're tracking your body pose. If I try to, bring my hand forward, it is also bringing its hand forward. If I try to do a high, it's also trying to do high. I mean, it's not that accurate, but yes, it is. So this is your post tracking. I think we have Unity switched on and we'll just open the project again, which crashed. So I think you get the point of how media can be used. Now, this is sort of machine learning, computer vision, all involved inside Unity, and the annotations that you're representing gives out augmented reality. So you're combining four technologies all together in one. Okay, let me just go to the comments. I know, Myra, right? I don't think I can just, move the comment on the screen for now, but someone just said that that's amazing. So basically, that's what the use case of MediaPipe is. You can combine several technologies together, and yes, we have MediaPipe with us over here again. It crashed very badly a couple of moments ago. So I'll go to the project over here, go to my box tracking. Okay, this is box tracking. We've already figured that out. Let's try some other sample. I'll go to scenes and see what all samples we have. I want to try the hair segmentation part. Okay, it's loading again. Okay, I think that other project was using my camera. Okay, I'll have to switch that off. Go to this project and play it again. So Unity has this problem that it can't share the camera with two devices, and that is why that happened. So, okay, yeah, it's trying to segment my hair, but I think the lighting is not enough for it. So you can see the blue color, right? It's trying to, yeah, it's trying to segment my hair, but I don't think it's that accurate. So you can display different hair colors, and it could be used as a commercial application. So then there's this brand called Paradise. They've started bringing out their temporary hair colors. So you can be a developer who can add a feature for their users to try out their color, and once they like the color in AR, they can actually purchase it. So this is your hair segmentation. It just needs to be a bit more accurate. We've tried to figure out if we can make it accurate in the next stream that we do. Um, we have a lot of ideas for our next streaming. Now let's go to hand tracking. I hope it's clearly visible. I'm really sorry that I'm displaying all of this via my phone. I'll set something up for the next time. Yeah. So I'll just move my hand over here. Yeah, it's trying to track my hand. Yes, it did that. That means okay. I have henna on my hand, so I don't know if it will be able to detect it well or not. But it was able to do it a couple of moments ago. It did. It did for a couple of moments. I think it's not very accurate, or the real time requires a little more effort. I don't know what's wrong, because even the hair segmentation took a lot of time. Um, there was someone in the chat who was, you know, trying to follow along. Are you still doing that? Can you do the hand tracking? Because I think that was Ayush. No, it's some Sharma. Uh, you were doing the hands on with me, right? Are you able to track your hand? Because my sure is not that accurate. Yeah, it detects your hand for a minute and then it goes off. I think the pose tracking is much more better over here. So there's also something called as holistic. I'll just stop this and then move to the scene. Otherwise, Unity will crash once again. I don't know what holistic track is. So let's just play the scene and see if that works. Yeah, it's again something like adding a virtual background, a green screen for you. Oh, so it's tracking everything. It's a holistic experience. Wow. So that is, yep. That is body segmentation, face tracking, pose tracking all together. Oh my god, I'm sorry you were not able to see it that well. This is what is happening. It's a holistic experience of every tracking that they have. I think I need to do it in a better lighting. But wow, or a clearer background. I have a very colorful background right now. So that is so cool. So every sort of tracking all together in one. Okay, I have a couple of comments over here. Hi, Shun. So basically, we are trying to, incorporate AI and ML along with Unity game engine and display an augmented reality experience. So we've used a SDK called as MediaPipe, which is built by Google, and we are trying to discover it in Unity Engine right now. I am struggling a bit though because I couldn't switch two cameras together, so I am trying via my phone, and then I'll switch to my laptop in a couple of moments again once I've given a demonstration. Hand tracking is happening. Alright, so probably it's a lighting issue at my side, but see how cool this is. Oh my god, wow. I'll just move my hand over here. Yep, here's the hand tracking. Okay, this is the coolest experience so far. I want to take a screenshot. Okay, I'll just go over here. Okay, right when I said I want to take a screenshot, it stopped happening. Okay. Yeah, we have a screenshot which I can show while I stream again. Any check-in link today? I am not sure if it. Even I'm streaming for the first time. I'm a new MLH coach over here. I'm sorry about that. I'll just figure out with the team if there's a check-in link. So cool, right? Okay, what I'll do is I'll switch to my laptop for a minute. and we can then discuss about different forms of tracking. Okay, one more thing. Let's just try our iris tracking before we, move to my laptop, and then we won't be able to see the demonstration again. Once again, sorry about this, folks. Next time I'll see a way to make the two things work together. Okay, wow. So it's basically detecting the points of my iris as well as my face. And it's showing you solutions. This is augmented reality. The annotations that you see, the detection is using machine learning and artificial intelligence, probably a little bit of computer vision involved. And overall, you're working in a Unity engine. And this is the experience that I was talking about. Okay. I have so much confidence now because now it's working. I was very stressed out when I wasn't able to show you the experience. So folks, what we will do is I will take a moment and join uh you know via my laptop. Just give me 1 second. I am once again very sorry for whatever I've done over here, but this was the only way I could show you the experience. Okay. Hi, we are back through my laptop again. Um, I hope you were able to see the experience, and I hope that was cool for you. What we'll do is I'll present my screen, and we will go back to our Unity project. So before we do that, I'll just my slide deck. And these are the tips to becoming a pro developer. I just added this. So I did different documentations and I use these basic libraries and their demonstrations. I figure something fun out of it, and what I do is I add it as a project. And I have built several AR and Unity projects like these. So there was this one project that I figured out that is known as an augmented reality portal. And what happened in that portal was that when you enter a particular door, you're able to see a different scene in augmented reality. And when you walked out of it, the scenario changes. So I made it like Doraemon's Anywhere Door. I don't know how many of you know Doraemon. It was a cartoon that I watched in my childhood and I loved and adored it. So I made it Doraemon's Anywhere Door that you can enter any scenario when you cross that door. And I just added a creative feature to it. So make those basic projects, but add your personal creative in it, and that's how it becomes super cool. So we'll go back to our screen and give me a minute to share screen. I'll go to my window, media pipe trial. Okay, Unity is sometimes a big pain. It's not letting me share the screen only. Uh, let's see, media pipe trial, share. Okay, yes, that was super quick, and I'll just add it to the stream. Okay, here we have the project. So, as you were able to see the different cool trackings that we had, I'll go to the iris tracking and I'll just give you a very tiny walkthrough to the code. We will not talk too much in detail about it because we actually want to, work with it in our next stream, and then I won't have anything to talk about in my next stream, so I need more content over there. But here's my solution. So solution is a game object for us, and within that game object we have iris tracking solution. This is one script which has a lot of things that they've asked for us, but that's all the code. So I'll just tell you what happens over here. So every input or every reference that our script requires, we add it via our inspector in Unity. So basically, it is asking for an annotable screen where you'll actually annotate your marks, your face marks, your iris marks over there. It will make a graph for you. We were able to see the graph well, right? And then there's a couple of things that they've asked for: your face detection annotation, where to do that, where to annotate the rectangle around your face, and what landmarks, another layer where I can show my landmarks of my face. All right. Then there is a iris tracking graph. Now this is something which is ML specific. So they've built a graph, they've built a CPU config, they've built different files that they've just imported, and you don't need to use any of it or figure out what these are in order to understand this project. So I'll just avoid that. Now the best thing about Unity is that there are a couple of things that you may not understand, but they've provided that to you, and you can easily ignore them and still make a project out of it. So I love to do that thing very well. Now, there are different scripts, and each script has a lot of inputs and outputs that they've required for you. And there's a video source available. So, within our canvas, they have a panel. I'll just zoom into the panel over here. Okay, this is your panel. This is inside the canvas. Alright, then there is a body where there is your screen. So this black screen over here where you can annotate is inside your body. Then there's the header that they have. You can see the header clearly. They have a menu button over here. You can actually play with the button as well. We did not play with the button, right? Then there's a footer over here. Then there is a panel. This panel probably gets switched on when you play the scene to show your face. Then there is event system. As I said in the stream before, event system exists so that your buttons can interact. Then there is your solution, which had all the scripts available for you. So this is how they made a project. Now this is just a project that existed and that I've just talked about and discussed, but we will actually build something similar in our second part of the stream. So I think we have some more time on our hands, and we've completed it a little quicker than expected. Do we have any questions or anything that I can take up? I'll just, till the time being, present the screenshot that I took to just show every annotation. I'm so glad that I was able to take a screenshot. So this is inside your object tracking. As you can see, I'll just zoom in over here. You can see every detail of your face, including, you know, your eyes, your eyebrows, every single thing it's able to detect. And if you could see, it's trying to, show a representation of my body, which it wasn't able to see clearly because I'm sitting right now, but it built what it saw. So this is how the entire annotation is working, and it's super, super cool. Okay, let's go to the questions. I'll just add my slide deck as well. I just had my questions and my socials over here in case you want to see. Um, how does student approach AR industry and make a viable career out of it? So basically, I started with freelancing, and that's how I entered the AR industry. I built applications for a lot of companies, a lot of startups. So you can start out of it because at that point, even they don't know what they want. Even they are uh, figuring things out. So yeah, basically start with startups. Are you not able to see my deck? Someone said that am I sharing my screen? Okay. My deck is not visible, but I'm just okay. You can see it. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks. So basically, you can start with working with startups, building for them. I have a friend who basically, you know, created his own company, started freelancing. The freelancing offers of the clients became a lot. They started an agency out of it, and they currently have a startup where they build AR filters for different companies and have a lot of people under them. Okay, so I think you got my point. Okay, do we have any more questions? Yeah, we do. What are the ways to improve in technology, like you said, reading documentation? So basically, there are a lot of tutorials available online, but I am more of a documentation person. I like to read different documentations and try to find ways to improve in it. So, like I said, we installed a plugin, right, within Unity, and within that plugin, we tried to discover different forms of tracking, and within the tracking, we were able to read the code and figure things out. So, what you can do is go to GitHub, find a project or find a plugin, install it in your device, and install it in your desktop. Try to figure things out. If you try to explore more inside it, and when you find something worth it, when you find that this is something I want to work on, build on it, add something creative to it, add a novelty to it, or probably take it to a hackathon. And that will be the best way actually, because in a hackathon, you're able to build a project within 2 days. The same project I built in a month. So try to, find a lot of things, find a lot of ways to experiment, to work on different projects. Try to find reasons to explore a technology more, probably. So I think that answers your question. I hope it does. While we do that, I'll just add a little bit of music in the background. A very light one. How many of you love to or probably like coding with music? I am a fan of playing something instrumental in the background while I am probably searching answers on Stack Overflow. I hope today's stream was helpful for you, and I hope it was cool. Uh, the technology is very, very amazing. And today we just went through a walkthrough of what it is. We'll actually explore every single detail in it in our next stream and build a game out of it. I think whenever I want to concentrate on everything, I like to do music. Maybe use sure, let me find. Just a heads up, I'm just using this for the first time, so sorry. I am not that streamer friendly for now. This is the first time I'm streaming. I can't find gigs of video in the stream regarding music, but I'll definitely listen to it. Yeah, I like lo-fi sounds with coding too. But I'll just give a very small brief because this is way out of topic. But I actually sat for internship via my campus placement, and within the 2 months of internship that I had at Google, I was working with their assistant team. We built on the Android architecture for assistants, and within 1.5 months of my internship, I got an offer to join full time next summer. So I'm joining as a software engineer next summer. That's all the details that I'll give for now. But yeah, I was working. I cracked the interviews using data structures, and I just worked in the Android architecture with them. So it was one of the coolest internships I've had so far because the team was very, very friendly and very warm and welcoming. Yep, it does. So I'll just, wait for 5 more minutes if you have any questions, or else we'll close this stream. Once again, thank you for joining, and thank you for, listening to me for 2 hours. That's a major, major thing. I highly appreciate it. Alright, I don't think we have any more questions. So, thank you everyone for joining. That was it from my side. I hope you had a fun time. I did for sure. I'll take your leave. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry. There's a comment. Any opportunities for folks under 18 years? Of course, what you can do is you can, try to freelance or go to startups because they sometimes allow you to work or just work on the side. They probably train you and you'll be able to work in different positions. For now, I am at Emerald in Google. We'll see about the other plans later on. That's all I have in my head for now. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for joining.